to Wright State 2 years ago. He collected a career-high 16 points at UIC earlier this season, and his 11 rebounds last season at Youngstown State was a high. He has played in 61 games, starting 46 of them. Tonight, he is escorted by his host family, Greg and Kim Johnson, and his girlfriend, Laura Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Johan Pondo.
This on? Test it. Test.
First of all, I want to thank you guys for your support throughout the year. Our season hasn't lived up to our expectation or our standard, and that responsibility is on me. These kids play unbelievably hard every night, and that happens every night because of Johan Pondo's leadership. I can't tell you what he's meant to our program, and his story is a great one. His story is a great one. It's what college athletics should be about. 2 years ago, he was at the University of New Orleans. He completed his sophomore year. In the middle of his sophomore year, at 20 years of age, they tell all their athletes at New Orleans, and all of them were Division I full scholarship. The middle of the year, you no longer have a scholarship after this season. We're going to non-scholarship Division III. He had to finish the season. They took away all the academic help, which happens. It takes place in college athletics. Johan had to fight, had to persevere. He had a great family here from Illinois that was taking care of him, that he could call on, but his life was in a lot of unknown, uncertainty. I was fortunate to get a phone call from some coaching friends of mine. We did our homework on the type of young man he was, and the incredible story was he's at New Orleans. This is where I credit the people at Wright State. It's why I have such great passion for our university, because we're willing to educate everybody. We're willing to take chances. Johan, while I was at New Orleans, he got a 27 on his math ACT. I could take the ACT 10 times and not combine to get 27 on my ACT. I'm certainly not the brightest light in the attic, but 27 is a phenomenal score. Well, his first 2 years at New Orleans, do you know how many math classes they had him take? 0. And again, I'm not the smartest guy, but if you look at that number, you'd have him take math class. So his grades his first 2 years at New Orleans were not great. He struggled. And our people here gave him, President Hopkins, Dr. Abrahamowitz, Bob Grant, and the rest of the university gave Johan a second chance. Gave him another opportunity to prove that academically, which is the most important thing, he's worthy. And his GPA over 2 years at Wright State has been above a 3. Above a 3.0. His work ethic, how hard in which he plays. This year, it's probably the best year in our league for post players. You just saw Detroit, Butler. Every night, Johan's got to bring it. And he's played exceptionally well. He's improved tremendously from last year. He's been a great leader for some of our younger big guys and all of our younger players. His talk, his communication, his sense of urgency. He's been a coach on the floor for his teammates. Been a terrific role model. As I told our team, regardless of what happens, and Johan has backed us on this, they haven't written our tombstone yet. There's still games to be played, and with his leadership, we're going to make a run. I know that about my kids and our team, and we're going to make a run. It's a great story, and it just happened. Right now it looks like right now with my haircut, it looks like I cut my own hair. But Johan cuts his own hair, and he screwed it up, so he went bald. That's what I like about Yo, is if he screws something up, he makes a quick, simple decision and recovers. That's why he's going to be so successful in life. So I'm nervous, but I'm going to turn the microphone over to Johan. Yo, I've loved coaching you. I appreciate everything you've done in the classroom as a model citizen and your efforts on the floor. Thank you so much for being a Raider.
Thanks, Coach. I just want to thank everybody for staying, and I wrote a list of people I wanted to thank. So, first of all, I want to thank my family who came from Illinois to see me play my last game here. I want to thank my girlfriend. She's been supporting me for the longest. I want to thank my mother at home. She couldn't make it here tonight. My brother, he's always supported me in my career. I want to thank my teammates, Juice, Mizzy, Bam Bam. That doesn't sound like anybody, but they know their names. So I want to thank the coaching staff, Coach Donald. He taught me a lot, man. He taught me more than basketball. Just taught me how to be accountable for my actions and just be responsible and just how to be a man. I want to thank Coach Bates, Coach Woods, Coach Moore. If you need help for scouting reports next year, I got you. So, it's just I want Coach Mullins, Rob, Andrew, Jeff, Kenny, Jay Frank, somewhere. I want to thank BG, Chris Grant, President Hopkins, his wife, the Vice President, the cheerleaders, the dance team. The band. I just very happy to get the chance to finish my education at Wright State. So I just want to thank the university also. And
Johan Pondo.
I just want to, the Wright State, the one thing, we never have a bad season off the floor. We'd never have a bad season. Our dance team, as Johan said, our cheerleaders, our pep band, their coaches, their staffs, they work every bit as hard as all the other athletes here, and you guys don't always get the recognition that some of the athletes do. But we understand the time you put in is every bit as significant as the time we put in, and I want to congratulate the senior cheerleaders, the senior pep band members, the senior dance team members. Thank you. We love you. We appreciate all that you do. Finally, games are run so smoothly for our fans. We have the best fans not only in our league but in America. And that starts with Bob Grant, our athletic director, his staff, Roderick Perry, Mo Cooper, Sarah Hill, Mark Gadsick, Chris Grant, Jack Leopard, Jackie Shedder, Corey Greist. You guys all do a terrific, terrific job, and we appreciate your support. Finally, I want to thank a couple people that are with us all the time, and I've kept one of them busy for 2 straight years now. Jason Franklin, our trainer. He does a great job with our guys. He comes in, he puts extra time, makes sure guys get healed, get healthy. Bob Noss, our sports information director, who does everything. He puts all the media out to make us look as good as possible, helps us with recruiting, does a really good job. We're lucky to have him. And then certainly Chris Collins and all the color analysts that work this season on the radio. And lastly, to follow Johan's sentiments, I want to thank my staff, Clayton Bates, Scott Woods, Chris Moore, Brendan Mullins, DJ Wyrick, Robbie Gardner. All their hard work, all their dedication means a lot. They put in the extra hours. They deal with me every day. Normally that's a lot of fun, but not always. I want to thank you guys, the fans, for your support over the course of the season. And as I said, we have work to be done, and we're going to do it. Thank you very much. Thank you for you making this the best university in the country. We'll see you in 2 weeks.